Really interesting now because they both have like 90 ping.
Yeah, and p0ni's just warping. He's warping very, very obvious. So, very curious what's gonna happen. It might be a bit of a joke of a game, but we'll see. So, very even start. Something that Toxicity is definitely known for. You know, one thing you can't blame it for is the starts. It's never two players spawning one in front of the other and then just one free frag for somebody. It's more or less even most of the time. A yellow and a red for one player, mega and a yellow for another.
It's going to be hard to dodge rockets because
it's going to be hard to shoot rockets as well.
I mean, rockets aren't hitting where you think they are because of the way the anti-lag works. Because above 80, I think it stops working like properly for you. So it's going to be, we're probably going to see some weird stuff in that regard. But okay. Ash has a very solid start. p0ni, though, he hasn't taken that much damage, so he's all right so far.
And Ash, I think, is one of those players who's playing very well with high pings. You know, just from playing against them. He's always, like when we're negotiating servers, it's very difficult because I can't play on Russian and on Swedish I have a very high ping, and he has a very high ping on German servers, so it's a very, very difficult process. But when we do end up on German servers, it feels like he plays just fine. You know, just like, he still hits awesome shots and so on and so forth. So
and he's not missing a beat right now.
While p0ni, when I play him on German servers, it's very easy to beat him usually. So, going by my experiences, this should be Ash's game.
Ash is doing a very, very solid job at the start of Toxicity. This is a map that's very good for him. He's always said that, you know, he has no problem with this map, where a lot of other people have had problems. He has no frustrations here. He's always had great focus on this map. And the same does go for p0ni as well. p0ni is very good on this map, and seeing this kind of start shouldn't be something that really is disencouraging for any p0ni fans, because he just needs to get his stuff going. That's kind of how this is how Toxicity works.
Yeah, and it's always kind of random. Like, is he just gonna hit one more rocket in some fight? Is he gonna get the control back? And then it might be a different game. So far, it looks like p0ni's in a lot of trouble. Like, even this position that, you know, might be a game changer, like one player above, one player below, is always very, very advantageous for the player above. But with such a high ping, hitting rockets, even easy rockets like that, is not an easy task at all.
Ash is just beasting it completely. Great stuff coming out from the Russian, who I think this isn't just a good start. This is Ash actually playing so well.
Yeah, I mean, would you be able to tell like what he's playing?
No, exactly. You wouldn't.
He's just hitting everything like usually is.
I'll just show everyone. Look at this.
Okay, p0ni is actually having a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, p0ni's having troubles for sure, but Ash, you know, he's got 80 to 90 ping, and he is doing a wonderful job with it. You cannot tell. Yeah. And that's a really interesting point, that he's kind of not really adjusting necessarily, because you can over-adjust to some stuff like this, where you think, my ping's really high, maybe I should, you know, not take all these kinds of fights. I think Ash is just doing what he would just do anyway. Like,
yeah,
it's pretty clear,
and it works somehow. Like, I mean, the reason people adjust is usually because you don't get away with doing what you usually do. You just hit less, but he hits just as much. It's a mystery to me. Like, I'd be really curious to ask one of those players who's just playing so good on high ping, like Cypher, Kula. Kula does adjust this game. Like, when you watch Kula on a high ping, he just goes full plus back rocket style, which is, okay, he still does well, but you see he has to adjust this game, and he does actually play worse. You know, he might still be able to win because it's just his play style isn't suffering at a high ping. But Cypher and Nash, these two guys, is unbelievable. How like, do they have some sort of ping hack? And
I have no idea. And I mean, it seems like p0ni's really struggling.
Ash actually has this tricky thing, like he can do net restarts on some servers, and then his ping, like, it goes from 60 to like 90 and back. Like, he does net restart, it goes up, down, up, down. I was curious if it's actually 60 maybe, and it's just like fate 90.
Is it like resetting the routing or something, or?
I don't know. Like, I read about the command a bit, net restart, and supposedly it does nothing at all.
What?
But somehow his ping just jumps.
All right.
So maybe he's actually just, you know, a little bit of voodoo magic, and he has 60 ping in reality, and this is why he hits so well. I don't even know.
Either way, it looks like p0ni's kind of just experiencing the anguish right now, because he's just sitting there. Everyone's been there, and you know, you're waiting. Yeah. You're waiting. You know, there's nothing else you can do but wait. and he's seeing if it's gonna just fix itself. And I imagine if it doesn't, then it looks like he
says
looks
go
okay
despite
now.
it
He's
still being high. Okay.
So they're gonna go for it, I guess.
So you're probably gonna have 2 or 3 more frags, and he's just gonna leave.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. We're going back in the game.
2, 1.
And again, back into the dominance from Ash, who doesn't seem to be affected by the high ping whatsoever.
I mean, pauses are always nice to play out of Cornwall. Okay. I mean, let's not commentate this.
GG, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
poor p0ni, he can't deal with it. It's too much, just spiking up to 300-400 and stuff. It's just not way too much. So Ash wins.
Yeah.
Ash wins. At least it's not like a massive upset or something. It's not like, I don't know, Cypher's out of the tournament. But there you go. I guess, yeah.
It's so unfortunate. Like, I think it's not the first, not a novelty for p0ni. Like, lately, a lot of tournaments have been going this way, where he either plays with 90 ping or he can't play at all. And it's just so disappointing considering he's a really good player normally. And it's a bit sad seeing this. Just not able to compete.
And on that note, guys, very depressing note about p0ni, we're going to a break. We'll be back. More action here, live on FACEIT TV for the Sunday Cup. Stay with